explain my... What are we even doing here, dude? What are we even doing here? Oh man, hello everybody. This is the Trophy Room pre-show, which I didn't think
I'm
we
gonna
were
throw
gonna
up from
do.
laughing so hard.
I don't know how I could fail upwards.
Oh.
You know, how did we get this far? Happy 8 years of doing this shit.
I don't know if you know the timing of when you hit the button.
I screwed that up too, huh?
Every scene, you were like, "All right, we're going to need to do a pre-show to explain this." That boom, it just started like mid-sentence.
I fucking hate where I'm at.
Are we like officially live? Is everyone?
Yeah.
Can they see us?
Yeah, what's up, everybody? Is my mic okay? Am I sounding good? Do you hear the AC in the back? Because if you do,
who cares?
I'm sorry.
It's so hot.
It's so hot in here, guys. It is almost 1,000,000 degrees, and
Oh man.
essentially, okay, let me tell you what happened now that I'm redoing this for a third time. The first time our audio, you have to hit a button to get our audio recording off a separate, two separate audio channels. That was my dumb move. It was going to be annoying to like try to fix it. So I was like, let's just start the link up again. So then I do it again, and I accidentally, because I'm looking at something going, oh wait, is our background still up? Because it was being a little weird. And I was like, oh wait. And I accidentally hit end stream. Like I double clicked real fast.
Oh jeez. Hey Joe.
Yeah. What?
Not to make you figure out some other things.
What's that?
We're live twice on YouTube. I'm gonna log into the YouTube on my end and see if I can change it. Because when I go on the mobile app,
yeah, no, you were definitely right.
I see two live streams that are happening simultaneously.
Okay.
I'll see what I can do on my end.
Okay.
If anyone in this chat,
I could do it.
Can tell them to come over here.
Well, which chat are they in?
Oh my god! Well, they can't hear us in the other chat. The other chat is just an endlessly buffering of the intro screen. Okay.
I know a little bit of sign language. If not good, go over there. It's a little fixer-upper.
So you did end that one, Joe?
Well, which one is playing sound and which one is it? You know?
It's a great question.
This is a
I have one going
podcast.
with 6 people watching.
Okay.
And the last comment that I see is from Nisa saying, LOL, not just in this show.
LOL, not just in this show. Okay.
And if you click on the link, you will see us.
Okay.
The correct one. Yes, thank you, Alex.
I can see 2 streams right now. Let's click this one. This is a terrific pre-show. Okay, this one works. That one's the first one.
Yep.
This is the second.
It's wild that it would let us do 2 separate streams like that.
Found it out. I found it out. Don't worry.
We're good?
Not really, but like I'm about to get there. Okay, more actions.
Slindaloo says, this is the one Joe meant by 2 streams this week, right?
Yeah, I think. I think I fixed it. And we're not shitting you guys too. Light would be here, but she was having technical difficulties too.
Yeah.
And so alas, here we are. Okay, it says deleting videos while you wait. You can leave the screen.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay. Gang, it would really mean a lot. I've shared this link enough. Click the link, click the share button, share it out to your socials so that people know. Because I can't keep doing this anymore. They're gonna think I'm a fucking bot. They're gonna think I'm a bot, dude. And rightfully so.
I love it.
Rightfully so. They think
I love it so much.
Bots. All right. Joe warned us he's not good with a mouse and keyboard.
That is true, TZ. That is true. And my internet has been acting up all day, so let's see what happens.
We're rolling the dice, dude. We're cooking with gas. Let's go. Let's
So no traditional pre-show. We're not going to guess the game just because my internet can go out at any second.
Which is really great that we wasted this much time on being the dumbest fucking idiot I've ever met in my life. It's good. This is nice. This is great. Let me get the notes. Now I'm disheveled. All right, where are we? There you go. All right.
Chat, how are we doing? Are we staying cool, I hope?
There's only one way to find out.
What does that mean?
I'm about to go live. Or like, you know.
We are live.
Well, with the intro this time. Okay, everybody, we'll be back. Oh, wait, no longer. Greatness has arrived. Welcome to episode 437 of The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast made by the players for the players. I'm your host, Joseph, aka Mr. Badbit, and it is here where we chat about the latest, the greatest in all things PlayStation each and every week. This week, we chat about the PlayStation job listing that is throwing everybody in a tizzy, Tencent copying PlayStation's homework, the God of War series news, WB Games just not understanding the assignment, and so much more as we do it live, sometimes twice at the same time, here at youtube.com/PS Trophy Room, twitch.tv/PS Trophy Room, each and every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, and on podcast feeds the very next day afterwards. Alongside me, the greatest co-host, whoever will be, Mr. Kyle Stevenson. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
Already missed Light. Light is not here, everybody, for this part of the week show.
Yeah.
She'll be here for our second show, which show we'll get into in a little bit. But yeah, tech issues. She's not sick. Mm-hmm. Family's good.
Yep.
Just computers being computers, which is another reason why we hate them.
It's right. It's been nutty. Yeah. That said, for the video watchers, that's right. You're getting 2 shows this week. One, a new show, and then one where we are ranking the top 10 indie games on PlayStation 5. And then podcast listeners, you get that next week because we're going to take a little vacation. So you're still getting a show each and every week. We're not missing a beat, but just us to, catch our breath before the big old holiday season comes knocking, because it's coming fast.
Who's joining us for the other show?
Oh, it's our good friends Emily and Kate at the No Small Games podcast. They're joining us. Yeah. They're fantastic. And it's going to be like an episode of Shark Tank. So they have to sell us. Well, really, each and every one of us has to sell each other on why each game deserves to be in the rank it can, so we can rank out of place. So if you're like, hey, Hades, love Hades, it's the number 3 spot, and you got to sell everybody why it's that rank. I really can't wait to see how it all falls apart. That said, or comes together, because I think it's a pretty darn good idea. Kyle Stevenson, how are you doing, man? Like, how's everything? How's,
besides the heat, we are recording this a day earlier than we usually do. So in the fourth wall, it's a Tuesday, and I can confidently say it feels like this week is 2 weeks long already, and it's only Tuesday.
Dude, I had the most Monday of all Mondays.
Yeah,
like yesterday, and I
had the most Monday of all Tuesdays today.
And no matter when you're listening to this, it's the most day of that day. It's the weekend can't come fast enough. I'm like on the verge of platinuming Death Stranding 2, which its platinum is a little bit too grindy and it's a little annoying, but
I
nonetheless,
got
like I
I
want to
got to
get
get
back to
back.
it. Need a
I
platinum.
got to get back on that grind. I've been the game part of my brain was like, Kyle, you need a break for a little bit.
Hmm.
So I've been watching a ton of movies.
God bless.
So like I saw
Absolutely.
Fantastic Four. Great, it ruled. No spoilers here. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Haha, hey. Uh then I got home and I watched Maxine finally, which was
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. Right.
I was a
Kind of.
little bummed by it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and I watched Death of a Unicorn on HBO Max. That was also okay.
All right. Fair enough.
Um, but then I saw that the new Final Destination movie is coming to HBO Max this upcoming weekend. I was
Okay.
like, you know what? I've never seen a Final Destination movie, so let me watch through them all. And I'm currently in the middle of 4, and
I
those are
mean,
sure are movies. They're fun,
okay.
but they just play fast and loose with the rules of that world.
Yeah. It's funny. I'm in a reverse where it's like I need to find the next game I'm gonna be playing.
Yeah,
And I'm not in a TV mood. I'm in like a let's go watch The Office type of mood. You know, that
sure.
comes
Yeah,
every once a year for me.
yeah.
So yeah. All right, that said, listen, we got probably some of the biggest news or hints of news on the trophy room in this 8-year span. So let's get right into it. But before we do, of course, it's time for our Patreon pitch. The reason why we look so good, sound so great, is because of your patronage over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. I want to thank our newest members, Brett Griffin, R. Lee Upper 90, and Caleb Cook at the Platinum tier. Our premium producers, Todd Burwitz and Toxic. And of course, Kirox Kiddo Cullen, which linked down below because he's in a race for the best toddler of the year. And God knows he is the best toddler I ever met. He's battling leukemia. And if he wins, there's $25,000 paid of his medical bills. So link down below to that charity. You can also throw a $5 their way and it actually gives him more votes. There's a couple different rounds of voting, but I want to make sure Cullen absolutely kicks this thing's ass. So go over there, link down in the description, vote for our kiddo Cullen. And the voting once a day, that's free. But again, if you want to give an extra buck or two, it's like 5 extra votes or something. So go help kiddo Cullen. Our platinum producers, JC, Jedi Masseren, Cowboy Danger D, Jonas Young, The Green Gorilla Gamer, Chaotic Monkey, Ryuko Kill 90, Stephen Flesh, Strubles and Bits, A. Aaron, Bertos Maximus, Tommy, Chris, Hybrid 748, Matt Valdez, Silkinit, Decimine, Mitchell Gramling, Mike Thomas, Enchanted Girl, our gold members, Cypher Primus, Doth, Simon the Pie Man, Jesse Garcia, JB the Purple Monkey, Hyde Indoors, Katie, Kevin Mitchell, Kevin Diaz, Marcus O'Neill, The Red Arrow, Ageless Hermit, Androsaur, Astronaut Jr., The Winter Gamer, Stingray X, Robbie Bobby Miller himself, Brenton Zachary, Sean McKenzie, Final Fan XZ, Hambone, JD Dillinger, Stone Cold E.T., Tino Six Speed, N. Johnson, Sean McCarnsey, Rick Arrington Solo, Matthew King, Duh Overlord, Dewane Raksha, Drellish, Rick Davis, Steph Mildener, Samuel Nestling, Maximum Carnage, Michael Hassett, Drug Prowlin Wolf, Manix Vigia, Jasmine Bren, Tristan Wonderland, Battered Haddock, and the Lord Commander Sadi. Thank you all so much for keeping the lights on, keeping the show rolling. And because you do each and every week, you get a bonus post show. Last week, we talk about the Spice Girls movie. And I
Yeah,
don't know which
Spice
Spice
World.
Girls which. That's right. And they're making an animated show now, or movie. Did you
Hey,
see this? Have you
I
heard about
did see
this?
that. Yeah,
What are the
crazy.
odds? Right after we talk about it, talk about
Yeah.
tastemakers. Kyle Stevenson, do you got the YouTube members of the week?
Of course I do. And shout out to our YouTube members. Please become a member on YouTube. Helps us out a ton. You also get a cute little trophy next to your name, and your name becomes green in the chat to show our appreciation. Shout out to Nisa Hauer, who does have the platinum trophy next to their name in chat.
That's right.
Hita Silverlight, Rand Marrow, Don Knox, the Ruham, NES Encyclopedia, Alex Smith, Silk Cannet, Cody, Todd Extra, Jonathan Kelly, Freight Conductor, The Kush Completionist, Pops Arcade, Strubles and Bits, and Tommy.
Ooh wee. Thank you all so much for your patronage. It really does help us out. Now, with all that said, with all that out of the way, it's time to square up the news.
PlayStation job listing suggests that more exclusives are coming to Xbox. Rihanna Bevan over the gamer writes. PlayStation could be gearing up to share more of its games with rival platforms. This is according to a job listing being shared online, in which PlayStation is recruiting for a senior manager to oversee future ports to Xbox, Nintendo Switch 2, and more. If PlayStation really is doubling down on its multi platform efforts, that would be in keeping with what we have seen from the company in recent years. Increasingly, the gap between a PlayStation exclusive coming to PC is shortening, and we're even seeing some titles come to Xbox, such as Helldivers 2. As spotted by Reset Era user Napalm_Frank. Great username there, Frank. PlayStation is currently looking to fill the position of Senior Director of Multi-Platform and Account Management. The job listing gives us some indication of how seriously PlayStation is taking its multi-platform efforts now. Quote, you will play a crucial leadership role in shaping and executing the global commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios software titles across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware, including Steam, Epic Game Store, Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile, end quote, the post reads. Quote, this role is accountable for optimizing title profitability, ensuring cross-functional alignment, and leading a high-performing team focused on multi-platform expansion, mid-range commercial planning, and platform partner management, end quote. Furthermore, the successful candidate will lead a team of managers who are specifically tasked with Xbox and PC ports, suggesting that this is where PlayStation's primary focus is now. While this is unlikely to be a complete walk back of its exclusivity strategy, it would be a great start. On the other hand, Xbox has ditched the idea of keeping games as Xbox console exclusives. While it tried to make this work at the start of the console generation, it could just never emulate the success it had with this in the past, and has ended up sharing some huge titles as well. Only time will tell if the age of console exclusivity is on the way out. If that is the case, and Xbox does stay in the hardware business after all, then Sony and Microsoft will just have to wow us with the tech alone.
Kyle Stevenson, I made a whole video about this on YouTube. It kind of blew up a little bit over the weekend, which I'm very appreciative of. I want to know what your initial reactions to seeing this job posting is. Do you think we're all freaking out literally over nothing? Do you think where there's smoke, there's fire? Where are you with this? Gut check.
Cool.
How dare you? Cool.
I will repeat myself because I still think there is a sliver of validity to it still. I
Okay.
still believe in exclusivity per platform.
Sure.
That window of how long it stays exclusive shortens by the day in my mind of what I think is worth it. I just think that having a game that can only be on your platform of choice provides value for that ecosystem. So like whether it's 6 months, whether it's a year, if it's from your first party studios, I do think it should have some sort of exclusivity yet in some way, shape, or form.
Sure.
But if bringing back an old segment, if I was Shu, how can you not overlook just how well the Xbox games have been selling on your PlayStation Network store and be like, wow, we're really leaving a lot of money off the table.
Right.
And this money can be used to help fund these studios' next games. Or like maybe, make a deal with an Ember Labs per se and get their sequel, which by the way, Ember Labs, so where are you?
They're cooking.
I want to play whatever's next. Yeah. So like I see them look at the numbers of Xbox dominating the PlayStation storefront in sales, which we talked about last week, and like you'd be dumb if you weren't trying to address that and do it with your own stuff.
It's like what I said with Helldivers 2. When the success hit, it's like you can't tell me there's not a C-suite exec, which is isn't a gamer in the slightest, just sees the money and sees the numbers and go, huh, well, okay. And the PS5 still selling really well. This was day and date too. And most of the chunk of those gamers are on PC. That's interesting. And then you get Hiroki Totoki saying, hey, I want to shorten the window of exclusivity. You have it was either I think it was Herman back in November saying that PC is they do not see it as a competitor. They see it as another vector for them to make money. And then you're even seeing them right now even double down. Just look at the verbiage and how it's changed over the last few months at the PlayStation blog when it talks about PC. It's very hand in hand. It's they do not see it as the quote unquote enemy, right? And then you see Helldivers coming to Xbox. And I think, Kyle, you're very right in like they see the numbers that Horizon's doing on PlayStation. And they're seeing the numbers of Oblivion and what that's doing on the ecosystem. And then at the same exact time, they have numbers of what MLB Show does on that platform. And so if I'm PlayStation, you're right. I can't argue that on some shareholders' concerns maybe get alleviated by porting some games over, right? But I'm also with you, Kyle, of I do believe exclusivity is important. And there was actually a really great post by Matt Piscatella, a future friend of the show, invited anytime you'd like, which is, the how Gen Zers and Gen Alphas are playing more and more on mobile, and they're not so much focused on what platform they're playing on. They're focused on the game that's the platform. And that speaks a lot of truth because, listen, when I was doing some talks at my brother's high school, these kids, they were coming up to me. They weren't like, hey, what are you gaming on? Are you on PC? You on whatever? They're like, so what's you got Fortnite? They're like, so what skin do you got in Warzone? Like that's how it's about what type of game that they're playing or what the game they're playing is. And it's kind of where what we've seen is like Fortnite, Roadblocks, Minecraft, all these games that we don't think about in our minds are actually really huge for these kids. And even as I say that, for me, I think PlayStation places the bet of like, okay, so if if we put out the Uncharted collection on Xbox, do you really lose me? Because Matt Piscatella again stating how hard it is, and even Phil Spencer stating how hard it is to rip people away from their ecosystems. Like, guys, I've played Starfield, I played Halo Infinite, and I put almost 1,000 hours into Sea of Thieves on Xbox. And I sold my Xbox because my library was here on PlayStation. So I think there's a lot of truth to our gaming habits. It's just not in the forefront of our mind because there's literally nothing, and this is both a good and bad thing, that PlayStation can do or not do that makes me not game on it because I literally have like 600 games on my PlayStation.
Yeah, I will. What I'm about to say doesn't apply to PC because I see the PC players doing the opposite. What I'm about to say. So I'm specifically going to say this pointed at like Xbox of.
Sure.
I don't see a world in where a primarily PlayStation player will go, oh, I'll wait to play that first party game on Xbox.
Right.
That just won't happen. Like I said, PC, if it was day and date, absolutely, I could see that happening. But nobody's going to be like, you know what, I'm just going to wait for the Santa Monica game to come out on Xbox and play there. It's like everyone that's on PlayStation who are so ingrained in that ecosystem are likely going to stay here at PlayStation and continue to play the games, no matter what the cadence is. I believe it was it Nisa earlier in chat? Yeah. If they give an exclusive to a game, they do need to give a date for the rest of us to be able to buy, which I do think should be part of that plan.
Sure.
Have like 2 dates right up front and do the thing that it took Xbox a while to do of like rip the Band-Aid off once and for all.
Yeah.
It'll come out on PlayStation August 20th. It'll be everywhere else February something. Like give the 2 dates, align them so everyone is aware and not be like, oh, will this be the one that makes the jump? What about this? Like I don't want any second guessing.
Sure.
I just want like give it
It
to
doesn't
us
even have
straight.
to be, yeah, it doesn't even have to be a big announcement because I think the 2 dates is confusing. I think just being like at the very bottom is like, this is a 1 year exclusivity. Like that type of stuff, I think is even good
Sure.
enough.
Sure.
Or just a pattern that makes sense, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
like I think the one thing everybody's jumping the gun on with this hiring news, because this is PlayStation exploring this opportunity, right? And so it doesn't mean that this is happening for certain, but their intent is they want to do this, right? So what I think for PlayStation, it's not necessarily, it's not, you're not going to get the next God of War on Xbox day one. I think what they're really looking at is like, what harm is it in your heart of hearts? Think of it about it, PlayStation friends. It's about charity. You know, come on, Xbox fanboys or PlayStation fanboys. Let's go to the barns. What about a little charity and just handing them a Nathan Drake collection? You know, like what's Shadow of the Colossus remake really doing just sitting on a shelf? How many of those are they really selling? Right? Like to me, it's about the older IP that maybe they squeezed enough blood out of the stone for on PlayStation 5 or even PC and went, all right, and we're gonna toss this over there because we
Yeah.
don't think it's a big
I,
problem
I
if
was gonna say,
you know,
just
go
like
for it.
I could totally see every single PlayStation game that is out on PC making the jump to Xbox first
Right.
because they already made that jump.
Oh
So
yeah, right. Like Stellar Blade, and that's the other thing. Like
yeah,
Stellar Blade is having a port done on the Nintendo Switch too. So it's like it could be for things like just XDev of medium sized games that they've partnered with. So though we don't know the like full extent, yeah, Kyle, like I'm right there with you. It's like for the games that have already been out, like yeah, push them to the side. But I truly don't think you're gonna get like Intergalactic, a heretic product profit on Xbox anytime soon.
no.
And I think if you're sitting on the fence of like wanting to like I think if you're fence sitting, you probably already made that choice already. Is
Yeah,
how my brain goes. Because like for me, it's like yeah, no, a great example. I actually really want to play Avowed. I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not buying an Xbox for it. Really love to play what's it South of Midnight, right?
Oh yeah.
Hellblade 2, and I was just like, well, I want to play them, but I have so many games here that I'm playing already on my PlayStation, and now that they're coming to PlayStation again, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm here, and they have a customer in me that way. So I again, I see the panic if this is your personality and you're like, I could see the thing where it's like, I've really invested with this brand for literal decades. These games mean something to me. But even then, for me, it's like I don't I, just to say it heartlessly, I don't like care. It's like I experience these games like I don't
Yeah.
lose anything if Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart comes to the Nintendo Switch 2. In fact, I welcome it.
No, and that's the thing that drives me up a wall is like who cares if your favorite game goes on another thing?
Right.
That it being available to other players, and again, this was something that I had to learn. I was one of
Mhm.
those dumb dumbs when I was younger. On the front lines with my blue shield and my blue
Yeah.
axe, fighting for the
Yeah.
blue side. Real dumb, real dumb.
Sure.
But like nothing is going to take away from your experience with the game.
Yeah.
Nothing. It is yours. Everyone plays their games differently. Everyone takes little different things out of it.
Yep.
So like, don't you want that to be experienced by as many people as possible? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, that's why our community is great because we're not like these Twitter guys out there where it's like, we're making the really lame AI memes of like, I don't know, Jim Ryan's the hamburglar and he steals Phil's burgers. Like, you know what I mean? Like whatever dumb, cringy shit you see. That's like the one, like, honestly, the thing that aggravates me so much because I was having a talk with someone on Blue Sky and it was a nice debate. I hope they thought it was nice. They didn't follow me. I thought that it was nice.
Oh boy.
But they're like, oh, this is all speculation. I'm like, this is not speculation would be like, what we're doing right now of like what games could go over this, that.
Yeah.
This is not speculation that they're exploring options because they're hiring for this job, which truthfully, I want to apply for because this salary looks like just a year can solve all my problems. But I don't have to be good. I can literally sit on my ass for 3 months, do like the little like
Once again, Sony, if you want to put 3 people in the boardroom,
yeah,
myself, Light, and Joe, let's just do it.
exactly.
Let's do the job.
Come on.
But we still are allowed to podcast every week.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And let me fall in love with the head of HR. Always wanted to be caught on the big screen.
That would be you and me, and Light would be the HR person, just like
she's the friend on the side.
exactly.
But yeah, like the thing that aggravates me is like there's just so much cope around this. It's like you could call it, listen, if you need it help calling it an unfortunate reality of things. It's the unfortunate reality that both Sony and Microsoft are looking at these two entities saying, you need to do more for us. And that's pretty much about it. PlayStation, I think the canary in the coal mine was when PlayStation, this was like a year or two back, announced that it's no longer about console sales, it's about monthly active users. And that was the canary in the coal mine going, oh, something's changed. Because yeah, PlayStation knows at this point, or the forecast is, hey, we're going to sell either 115 million of these, or we're going to sell around 100 million of these. And how do we show our boss Hiroki Totoki that there's growth in the sector when it actually shows it's a little, it's hit its ceiling. It's like you have to go somewhere else.
Like
and put them,
a thing that I think people forget, and it's wild to just think about.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 barely made what it cost to make.
Right. It sold 13 million units
in
its first 3 months, which is great, but it needed to recoup its money just to break even at 9 million units. So it's like, how profitable are you really? It's
so like video games are continually getting more and more expensive to make. So they've already kind of seen the pushback of like, well, what if we raise the price of games? And like we're kind of at that tipping point. So how else are they going to get revenue? They're going to explore other platforms.
And truthfully, if it means that, hey, listen, I'm not paying for an $80 game, and it means that, I don't know, someone gets to play Ratchet and Clank on the Switch, which truthfully, for me, I feel like the Switch is your best bet.
Yeah.
Like, I would make that your best friend because, even Shuhei Yoshida said Nintendo Switch makes gamers.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that they're not going to run into their own problems eventually. They eventually will. But like right now, it's like, yeah, it's
just thinking of having a Switch 2 world where you can go from a Donkey Kong Bonanza to a Mario game, to a Zelda game, to a Ratchet game, to an Astro game. Like, are you kidding me?
Let's go.
God, that's like what my childhood dreams were made of.
Come on, Kyle. Jesus. It's a family show. You're gonna be all hot and bothered at this thought. But listen, TZ writes, Trophy Room Boardroom podcast would be a much see.
We'll make sure those investor calls are public for everybody.
Yep.
We will 100%. Live stream it. Joe will hit the live button twice, so we will start it and end it immediately.
Shut up.
That's a YouTube live joke, everybody. If you didn't miss the live recording.
And you know what? It'd be the best first and last podcast you ever heard in your life. Packing our bags right after. M9 Prime writes, and just like you can too if you head on over to the Trophy Room Discord server, M9 writes, Sony publishing on multiple platforms makes financial sense for sure. But the main question I have for the Trophy Room Trio duo this week, I'm sorry, is do you think day one releases will come soon, or do you think they will keep having an exclusive window for the PS5 with it coming elsewhere in months to a year? Sony is definitely the console leader this generation and probably not afraid of Xbox making a resurgence. Not at all. I don't even think Xbox is worried about making a resurgence. Follow-up question. Do you think many games will come to the Switch 2 with it having less power than the PS5? Do you think PlayStation will try to tone down bigger games to fit on the Switch 2? If that's the case, will it be like getting will we be getting more PS4 games released in 2026 since Digital Foundry said the Switch 2 is somewhere on par with the PS4 Pro?
Joe,
Yes, Kyle, see what
I don't like to admit when I'm wrong,
Okay.
but I just had a light bulb go off in my head
Okay.
from a topic last week, and M9
Sure.
Prime reminded me. What if this new power saving mode is them testing the waters if games can run on Switch 2?
I hate you. That's what we. No, you're doing this. You're doing this to gaslight me. That was my whole point last week.
Oh, I love doing that so much. Of course, I'm joking. Yes, I knew that was your point.
Okay, all right, good. All right. I mean, that would make sense, though, right?
Yeah.
They have run on whatever. And listen, we all know the power of the SSD was shit. And they had Ratchet and Clank running on a hard drive from 1995. So this could happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
To the first part of the question, though, I still think that window is from 6 months to a year.
Yes.
I think it's the sweet spot there. I something drastic has to change for a day one release of a Sony Santa Monica game on PlayStation and Xbox on day one.
Yeah.
Like drastic. Like Sony's about to go under, so they have to pull out all the stops kind of thing.
Right. Yeah. Like Satya Nadella becomes the Sony CEO type of drastic. See, look at that, Sony fans. Look at that. I got a few. I still got that dog in me. Yeah, no, I think a year time is fine. And it goes to show that like the year difference doesn't really matter because look at Stellar Blade's numbers on Steam, right? That jumped from like 195 to like number 5 on the charts. So like, yeah, I think a year so that your fans don't feel, betrayed. Like some people already, like the dude that broke his desk. Remember that guy? I started crying. Because I think there was like a rumor of Horizon coming to Xbox. So that's stupid.
Yep.
Anyway.
That's exactly what it was. He like axe kicked his desk and it just got destroyed.
Loser. But live service games, I think we all understand need that audience ASAP. So like live service games, yes. All of them come to Xbox day one. Don't care. Marathon's gonna need it if it's still alive at this point. PC year, Xbox year, or even just whatever makes sense for that development team. But like, yeah, I think if it's a game like Astro Bot, dude, how well that would sell, and then like the money that they get to go make an Astro 2, you know what I mean? Like the ideas that they get to work with because they're even more funded. Because yeah, Astro Bot sold 3 million units, and for platformers, that's fantastic. But like, that game's so good. Nintendo fans love a good platformer. That is literally one of the best ones. Even playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, I'm like, this is great. Man, I want to see how the Astro team takes these ideas. Like it's.
I think I can speak for us all. I want to live in a world where a Astro Bot sequel, a meaty DLC, is just Astro opening up portals to these other ecosystems.
Oh my god! Yes.
And like hopping up in a Mushroom Kingdom or Hyrule or going to like Gears of War or something crazy. Like give it to me.
Yeah.
Like I think that'd be so fun. Such a celebration of video games, which is what that's all about.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, Dark Saturn, we already answered that question. And then Anubis writes, with PS going third party, do you think this is an opportunity to revive old games? I'm talking Last Guardian, Sly Cooper, Little Big Planet. Oh, we're getting Little Big Planet, etc. 100%.
I mean, yeah, it's a good way to breathe new life into these IP that are sitting dormant.
Yeah,
I would love to have Sly Cooper on more available platforms that isn't just the PS2 classic version or whatever it is. So, yeah, I'm down. I would love that.
Let's go. Honestly, and I would be totally okay next Astro day and date with Nintendo Switch. I don't care. Because
Yeah.
those games, I feel like absolutely there's an audience there already for them. And I think for the Nintendo Switch, if Shuhei is right, and how should we ever question this man? And going, hey, listen, I think this is they're a great they're more of a partner than an adversary because they help churn people into future gamers, then yeah, help them out. And it's not like they're not a buoy for success. Look at how well the Switch 2 is selling. But it goes to show that like everybody is running. It's what we said, and I echo it. And I know I'm a broken record, but everybody's running into their own problems. Xbox ran into it much sooner than PlayStation. And PlayStation gets I think Genie and Saturn said it. Like PlayStation is such a conservative company when it comes to risk taking, and they're in such a great position that they get to kind of use their own competition, the Xbox, as the guinea pig to see if something works, and then they'll go and do it. And if it doesn't, then they cast it to the side. You saw that with Xbox had achievements. PlayStation saw that. They're like, let me take that homework for a second. Made something even better with trophies. They saw that with Xbox Live. They made something better with PlayStation Plus. They saw that with Game Pass. They're like, a little bit too crazy. What if we did something a little different? And
even
then,
on a more small scale, what's the word I'm looking for? Moment.
Yeah.
Of like the E3 when Xbox was like, oh, you can't share games, and then Sony took that and ran with it.
Yep.
In their E3 because they came on after Xbox, like the iconic video of Adam Boys and Shuhei sharing a game by just like handing over a game case and be like, yep, that's how you do it on PlayStation.
Yeah.
See how easy it is? Like, they are very good at reacting when they need to. Mm-hmm. Have they been a little bit slower? Yes, since that moment, but we're getting there.
The one thing I do want to mention for the PlayStation fans out there, because we're going to talk about something here in a second. It's actually a good segue in. Stop believing every person that writes, Twitter college theses on their posts. Stop believing everybody that just says that analyst on their bio with no creditation or whatever, that's made a word, but no credit to what they actually do. Because I was talking to someone, they're like, I don't know about Matt Piscatella. I think I'm like, dude, he's the only source of actually how we get numbers of how well something is selling. We actually get to see, as just a layman, and I'm not here to stroke the man's ego, but like just to see how like behaviors are there outside of our own like purview. Like this guy actually gets paid to do what he does, and he may not be right 100% of the time, but it's far better than like Twitter analysts that change their PlayStation banner because they got word that PlayStation games were coming to PC. You know what I mean? Those people don't need to be trusted. When we go, oh, I'm a PlayStation insider, and my inside sources are telling me this is way overblown. It's like, okay, how do you know that? And you don't know about our next story. It's very interesting how you don't know about a lawsuit that has dozens upon dozens of legal documents to them, but you did know everything about the legal documentation behind the Xbox Activision merger. It's very interesting how those people work. Stop believing everything you hear on the internet, please.
Yeah, most of those analysts, they just got to put a C in the word. That's how they describe themselves.
I see
it's a thinker. Not really. Hey, by the way, have you heard of this Chris Scullion guy over at VGC?
Yeah, I only believe PlayStation fanboy 720 about my news.
Well, we're not talking about PlayStation fanboy 720. We're going to talk about Chris Scullion over at VGC, who's writing, Sony sues Tencent, claiming its Lights of Moritam game is a Slavish clone of its Horizon series. As initially reported by Reuters, or Reuters? How do you say that? Reuters?
It's Reuters.
Is it Reuters?
But no. Do Reuters. You do it. Own it.
All right, Reuters. As initially reported by Reuters, Sony has filed a lawsuit in California federal court alleging copyright and trademark infringement and claiming that the game is so close to Horizon Zero Dawn and Horizon Forbidden West that players could be confused into thinking it's part of the same series. The suit also alleges that after starting work on Light of Moritam, Tencent had then asked Sony if it wanted to collaborate on a new Horizon game, to which Sony declined. Sony claims that Tencent went ahead and made a Horizon-like game anyway. Quote, sometime in 2023, and unbeknownst to Sony, Tencent started developing a video game called Light of Moritam, which, just like Horizon, features a young, red-headed female protagonist and tribal groups fighting for survival among large robotic animals in a post-apocalyptic world, the document says. In March 2024, Tencent executives approached Sony with a pitch to develop its own Horizon game in collaboration with Sony Interactive Entertainment. Sony rejected the idea and considered the matter closed. Apparently, Tencent was undeterred by Sony Interactive Entertainment's refusal to license its Horizon intellectual property. Tencent continued secretly developing Light of Moritam, eventually announcing a forthcoming game. Tencent's promotional material bore a strong similarity to Sony Interactive Entertainment's own Horizon promotional material, unquote. The suit claims that the game's Steam store page, trailer, promotional screenshots, and gameplay footage all, quote, misappropriated protectable elements of Sony Interactive Entertainment's copyrights in the Horizon franchise to a significant degree, end quote. Stating that it's, quote, far from along in recognizing the striking similarities. Sony also cites online users at websites who pointed out how much Light of Moritam looks like Horizon. Describing the game as a quote-unquote Slavish clone of the Horizon series, the suit seeks judgment that Tencent quote-unquote willfully infringed registered Horizon copyrights as well as the Aloy character trademark. It wants an order preventing Tencent from releasing the game as well as monetary damages.
Kyle, are you seeing what I'm seeing on this screen right here?
My goodness. So I was trying to I saw this trailer. I believe we talked about it on the show.
Yep. A year ago, yeah.
I think we were part of the people that were like, there's no way they're getting away with this.
Chris, I do want my mention. I said Slavish clone. I have such a vocabulary.
Wild the similarities. I'm going to try to find the images that people have put of the side-by-side things to share as well, because it's insane. It's
like this fight right here. Yes, it's with a hammer, but like the body parts are lighting up just like you would when you hit a vulnerable part of
%.
Machine. It's
the little insane. Red glare of the eyes in the robot animal. Like, what?
So let's first talk about this. Dwani Raksha says, hey, PS fam, what do you think of Light of Moritam? I don't think Sony can own an aesthetic. I could list a dozen games that look and play like another game. All that we've seen is a trailer, so I can't even be said that it will play like... Dwani, I'm going to show you this trailer after this. I acknowledge that the character could even be an Eastern skin of Aloy, so they maybe flew a little close to the sun, but ultimately, I want to play in a dystopian future with robot animals, and games like this mean I don't have to wait 5 years between these games. I would say they didn't flow too close to the sun. I think they flew directly into it. This is wild. I get what Dewani is saying though. It's like you don't own an aesthetic, right? Like, no. So Kyle, I would say, can
I share some images?
I mean, sure. I don't want it to break your internet though.
No. Images will be fine. It's not a video. But like,
yeah,
come on. if you're not watching, I can't make it bigger.
It's nuts.
Like, here's the direct correlation between Aloy from Horizon and this other game, Light of Moritam, which is also not a great name. But also, like, look at the similarities of the robotic enemies. It's like,
but to play devil's advocate,
someone copied their homework 2 rows over in the class.
We're gonna see next to him. Hey, can I trace this?
Exactly. Like,
but what about Power World, Kyle?
Oh, yeah. Power World's also in the wrong. Because they definitely. So? Yes, there are some pals in Power World.
Okay.
That remind me a whole lot of Pokemon.
Fair enough.
Like 1-to-1. This, I think, is even more egregious.
All right.
Like, I understand you want to be in that aesthetic. That's totally fine. I think the thing that a lot of people are forgetting with this one, it's not just that they look very similar. It's the fact they went to Sony to ask to make the game, and Sony said no,
Right.
and they kept going.
Yeah.
That's the part that drives me insane, because and I'm wondering if this is that rumored live service MMO Horizon game that we were talking about.
And that's the thing. That game is being made by oh my goodness, the developers behind Guild Wars.
There you go.
Which name escapes me. So it's not Tencent. But yeah, it's the fact that they went to them, they said no. It's not like you're giving Pikachu a gun. There's Power World. I get some of the aesthetics. I understand. Like that's what I think Pokemon has more of a leg over. But
look at the key art.
Even the key art, even the goddamn font, dude.
Same colors, same shot of the main character looking over a valley with some robotic animals.
It's just for something for the audience. It's like when you ask ChatGPT, "Hey, could you give me something that looks like Horizon Zero Dawn artwork? Just change it up." Not even. They're like, okay. But yeah, no, it's real bad. I think. Listen, I'm not a lawyer. I think this case is shut and close. But it's wild that a lot of these Chinese developers or companies tend to do this a lot. They do not care about copyright in the slightest. I know a buddy of mine, Luke and I know, who used to work at a company, shan't say its name, but Ixnay they had a Shuashard Net A, and they would constantly do this type of stuff. They take intellectual property, they sell it off to another hub in China, and they get to kind of manipulate things because they're the cheapest workforce that you can go to. And so, it sucks that companies like this don't respect the creative visions of other folk or the intellectual properties that are such.
I'm hoping that this is the beginning of other established companies taking back their IP looks. Right. I don't think we covered it on the show. I mean, we might have, but to see the quote unquote shovelware that's on PSN, which is a straight ripoff of other games. To a T, the one that is so ingrained in my brain is someone took mouthwashing on PC, critically acclaimed game, one of my favorite games of last year, and made their own version on PlayStation before the PlayStation version got announced. And the characters, the setting, the story, everything sounds like it's the same, but it's a different name and it's a different company, and they're just kind of taking everyone's ideas and saying, give me $10 for it, and it's done. It's such a quick copy and paste. It's egregious that these people can get away with it, and let alone just allowing that shit on the store, which is a whole other topic. But it's incredibly bad.
Jonathan Kelly writes, back in the day, I played tabletop RPGs with a guy who made honeypot data for Chinese companies to steal and try to develop their own products. Jonathan literally playing with the devil. Did he have horns and a stake? What is this guy's deal? Yeah, I mean, as a big Star Wars nerd, the Saber community has gone through that, and it's pretty much died because they would go to these Chinese manufacturers going, hey, I built this 1-to-1 replica of Vader's saber in, the 6th movie. And they're like, oh, cool. They're like, can I make 500 of these? And they go and they sell them to the community. And then these Chinese companies would take it and go, we'll sell it to you all for 100. And it screwed the creator out of it. And so they just stopped making sabers, and it killed that community. So it really does suck. It's incredibly harmful. And I really do hope, because PlayStation's aim is for not to monetary, more so get this game off. Right? You get this game off their marketplaces, any type of marketplace, wipe it clean. So I hope they do.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle Stevenson, talking about things that have been wiped clean, to be rebooted, I don't know what this is, and I'm kind of nervous. Take it away.
Victoria Phillips Kennedy over at Eurogamer writes, Amazon's God of War TV show will retain the tone of the 2018 reboot series, but may also reference older Greek saga. Speaking with Collider at San Diego Comic-Con, series showrunner and former Battlestar Galactica executive producer Ronald D. Moore confirmed Amazon's God of War adaptation will remain largely faithful to Sony Santa Monica's 2018 game, though it won't be a frame-by-frame remake. Quote, "This world and this universe are really rich, and it's interesting, and it's really been fun to adapt," Moore explained. "It's an adaptation, so it's an adaptation slash interpretation as you go into live action, and it's been really fun to sort of go, wow, there's a lot here we can play with. Okay, we want to keep the story, we want to keep the characters and the spirit of it. There's all this stuff that you can keep turning to for inspiration. It's really been interesting," end quote. The showrunner also added that game director Cory Barlog is actively involved with the project, with Moore calling Barlog, who also helmed 2022's God of War sequel Ragnarok. I don't know if that's true. Didn't the other guy direct that?
No.
uh,
That's why I'm like, yikes.
a quote unquote genius. Quote, "I've had several meetings with Cory, and if you ask Cory, well, tell me about the backstory of this or how this works, and he can just talk because he holds it all in his head," Moore said. "And I usually pride myself about, as a showrunner, I can hold the season in my head. I know what the 10 episodes are, and I can tell you about them. Cory can tell you the whole thing in every possible way. All the mythology, how it connects one to the other, what the puzzles were, why they did this, what that artifact did. It's really impressive. I mean, it's like a gigantic novel, even bigger than the Outlander novels, which is a lot to digest." In a separate interview with IGN, Moore hinted that some of Kratos' previous escapades prior to Santa Monica's God of War reboot may also make an appearance. Quote, "You'll have to wait and see," Moore teased. At the present time, those 10 episodes of Moore's God of War adaptation are still in the quote-unquote scripts phase. Filming may begin in 2026 at the earliest, Moore said. Moore hasn't always been involved with the God of War TV show, only joining the project towards the end of last year, following the departure of the original team. Despite the shakeup, PlayStation Productions' Assad Kizilbash, Carter Swan, Sony's Herman Hulst, Vertigo's Roy Lee, and of course Barlog remain involved with the project. Santa Monica's Jeff Ketchum is also a co-executive producer on Amazon's God of War adaptation.
Kyle Stevenson,
Just
Cory, and Neil are making games right now, right?
Yes.
One would assume both are pretty far along in development.
Yes.
Okay. Cory is involved with this show. Neil is not anymore. Do you think that lends some maybe, highlights maybe something with the show at The Last of Us or whatever he's working on? I don't know. Anything to gleam off of that?
Not really. But I do just want to say Eric Williams directed Ragnarok. I want to make sure I say his name and not just the other guy.
Yeah, I think it's
he was the combat lead on 2018. That guy.
I think Eurogamer is just trying to SEO its way into this.
Absolutely, 1,000,000%. No, I don't think there's much to glean between the two correlations, but for me, this is what have we always said when it comes to these adaptations. I want the person who helped create this world be actively involved in the adaptation, and it seems like Cory is doing just that, which makes me hopeful for what this show is going to look like and how faithful it will be to the game.
Yeah, because I mean, it's going to be really hard to pull off. Just like a game like that, it's only two people for 99% of this game. So and the thing that makes it so special through a game lens is it's one shot. How do you make that work? You can't make it work 10 episodes. Does it lose its magic? There's just a lot of things that go into play here. This is, to me, PlayStation's best story they've ever made, or with Santa Monica. This is my favorite story that in the PlayStation ethos. I'm very interested if this pays off. If it doesn't, no harm, no foul. I still got the game. It's okay. But I'm very apprehensive, to say the least. They got to show me. And listen, I think we all like to backseat quarterback everything.
1,000,000%.
And especially, I feel like when it comes to film, everybody's like, well, the Fantastic Four, if they added 2 more people in there, I think it would have been a better movie called a Fantastic Six, more phonetic. You're always going to get those guys, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to get like people like my uncle that call Superman woke, like dumb shit. So like, I don't want those idiots to dictate how this thing works, but they got to show me for me to get fully on board or
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the moment we see, I don't know, on-set photos or a little teaser trailer of
I think
sorts,
teaser. Yeah.
I think we will be all in. The thing that makes me, and this is not a slight for this other Sony show, which I have not watched yet,
Okay.
but it's with Amazon and they have a budget. We're not going to get a Twisted Metal version of God of War
Gotcha. Okay.
because they're at Amazon. Just because, like, look what they did with Fallout. They gave that the budget to rework that world and make it feel real. So, like, I'm excited for them to do that for Midgard, and would love to see how far they push it. Like,
Yeah.
can you imagine if they show off like Freya's house and how
Right.
that will look in the show, or them just traversing and fighting these ogres and trolls and the draugrs? Like, yeah, I want to see it all. Like, I want to see Kratos throw the axe and then return it, and how cool that is, and how they can
Yeah.
make it look cool in live action. Like, I'm so excited.
Yeah. I mean, Captain Logan
Yeah,
writes, I just want to see an axe fly through the woods. I
million
mean,
percent.
110,000%. That's true. That said, also, just a bit of flash news I'm just going to put right here. Wolfenstein. Same folks behind Fallout making a Wolfenstein TV show, and they were quoted by saying, killing Nazis is evergreen. And boy, oh boy, that was like, and I'm sold. You don't need to show me nothing.
That is a message that I can stand behind.
Let's go. I want to see a Nazi spine get ripped from his back, Predator style.
Yes,
Dude.
please.
Yep. It's like, guten Tag. And then bam, just Nazi skull rip.
Amazon, I'll give you an extra $15 to get that show now.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, ooh. Okay, Kyle, listen, you've read so much. I'm going to take this one away. I want
Oh
you to
boy.
read this one, right?
Oh boy. Okay.
In a new segment, the worst person you ever met still haven't learned their goddamn lesson. This comes from Jordan Midler at VGC. I'm going to have to edit that sound down. Following the Suicide Squad's flop, Warner Brothers is hiring for another live service game. Suicide Squad was released last year and met with middling reviews and fan backlash. Developed by the Arkham studio Rocksteady, the game's live service approach and take on the DC universe left fans unhappy, leading to weak sales and a small player numbers. But aside from yours truly, I platinumed that game. I enjoyed it. I know I'm the problem. Now, a job posting for an up-and-coming project with Warner Brothers Games suggests the company isn't finished with its attempt at establishing a live service title in the DC universe. A job listing for an executive producer says the success applicant will lead the development of a high-quality AAA game based on an iconic IP from the vast Warner Bros. And DC Comics catalog. The job listing notes that the roles include overseeing all phases of development from concept to post-launch live operations, suggesting that a live service element of the mystery project. The project comes during tumultuous time for the publisher following a string of high-profile flops. Warner Brothers president David Haddad announced in February that he was leaving the company. Haddad's exit follows a challenging year for Warner Bros. Game division, which included disappointing launches for the Suicide Squad and the relaunch and the eventual shuttering of Multiverses. This has led Warner Bros. CEO David Zaslav highlighting the games division as a weak link for the company in its most recent financial results, where he said, quote, substantially underperforming its potential, unquote. That's why I don't read the stories, folks. Kyle Stevenson. The intent for this job posting is for WB to make a live service game, knowing how often games are, shut down, shuttered, all that jazz. Listen, will this game see the light of day? I don't know. I don't know. This could be Mortal, the next Mortal Kombat or Injustice. It could be many things. Arkham Imposter, Batman Imposters. It could be whatever you want it to be, Kyle. What do you want this game to be? Oh, he's really stupid.
Not what they're talking about. That's what I don't want to hear.
Oh.
It just makes me so angry. Have we learned nothing?
Yeah.
Have we learned nothing? You just canceled Wonder Woman.
Yep.
So you're going back to make another AAA game with live service elements and another iconic
right.
DC IP.
Sounds about right.
What the fuck are we doing? I am so confused. I miss the days when a superhero game felt like an issue or a run of the comic books.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be continually updated. Let the story live and breathe in its entirety of the game. I don't need a live service game. I don't need it. I don't need it. Arkham Knights didn't work for me. Suicide Squad didn't work for me. Stop. Like, I'm so mad. I'm annoyed.
I'm just happy. It's about small victories. David Zaslav didn't get his little bonus. Dork.
But what are they gonna do when this game comes out and once again it's underperformed? Because this is not what people want.
Right. I mean, Nisa writes, they may want Hogwarts Legacy 2 live services. I mean, probably. Let's be honest. I think that's the only thing that they know is going to sell for them. Counter Logan trolling us. It's going to work out.
Sure.
Jeannie Love and Nissa saying the same thing. So sad Wonder Woman was canceled.
They had, think of the Nemesis system with Wonder Woman. It would have been so cool.
I know. They can make it up for us by announcing the actress of Bix is Wonder Woman. That's a start. And the DCU. Let's go.
Sure.
It's the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life, Kyle. Oh my goodness.
If it isn't Injustice 3 or I think 3, right? There's only been 2.
Yep. Injustice 3.
Sure. That can possibly work.
But even in the age where we just got Superman and he's hopeful and he's punk fucking rock.
Yes.
I don't want, I'm the one cool thing, like watching that movie, it's like, man, it's awesome. This like arc of like, what if he was really actually a bad guy? It's like, luckily that's over. I don't even want Injustice. You could make a DC fighting game. Just stop making Superman evil. He's not like, come on. He's
that well has run dry.
Yes.
Like, we don't need another version of Superman being bad. We don't. We don't.
Mm-mm. Tired of it. All right, enough of that. I don't need my blood pressure going any higher. Kyle Stevenson, listen, a little bit of flash news just to let you know. I forgot. That's how little this news meant to me. Whoa, gotta go fast. Gotta go run past this news. Sony acquired 2.5% of Bandai Namco.
Okay.
Don't get your hopes up for anything. This is legitimately Sony saying, "Hey, we want a deeper root in anime and manga." That's what this whole thing was. Nothing. That's how I forgot about it. It's like there's no From Software game here,
Yeah, no.
But it would be cool. They do own the rights of Dark Souls. So give me that. That's an anime I'd watch. Give me a Dark Souls anime. Okay.
I can't wrap my head around a FromSoft show or movie in general. Just because like I'm gonna watch it, but like the lore of the games is so obtuse.
Yeah.
Like, how do you try to weave a story there? That's why I'm so interested in the Elden Ring movie. Like, how are they going to tell that story
Yeah,
on the big screen? How?
I mean, no way. But even then, I'm like, I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'm like,
I'm gonna be so obnoxious. So that's Millennia, Blade of Nicola. She's never lost once. All right, so like this really big guy, yeah, he's a general, but he's like a real sweet dude, and he's been cursed, and like he's driving this little horse. The little horse, so sad.
oh my god.
You know. So
Like
he's a papa. Inside, he's actually real gross. You think he's really great? He's like, oh, look at this cute little guy named Alexander. But you open up the jar, it's guts.
just imagine like you're sitting down for Elden Ring, right?
Yeah.
Movie's about to play, and then it's a 15-minute wall scroll of all the lore you need to know before you get in here. Listen, there's this Lord of Frenzied Flame, and he's all over here being craziness. There's Renala and Rena, and you're gonna confuse them all. So like, it's fine. Just deal with it.
Yeah, and the turtle's a pope.
Yeah,
we don't get a turtle. We don't get Pope Turtle in here. I'm out. And it's actually a dog. It's I'm out of there, dude.
Oh my god.
In the theaters, want my money back. Oh my god. But listen, popcorn bucket. Obviously, it's Alexander. His little hands like that.
Yeah.
You know.
God. Just give me a movie about Egon. I'll just watch a movie of Egon. That's it. Curse you, Bale. Just give me that whole story. Just give me that whole story.
He's climbing the mountain. God damn. Yeah, okay, I'm ready for it. It's gonna be dumb as shit. I'm ready for it. All right. Real flash news. Hey, the PlayStation Fighting Stick. Guess what? It's not Project Define anymore. It's Flex Strike.
Yeah.
Strike.
I don't love that name.
Not loving it either. It still looks nice, and they give you a sling pouch.
Yeah, that's cool.
I love a good. I could wear that. Yeah. What up, ladies? Oh, is that a sling pouch? You bet it is.
Flex Strike sounds like a Nerf gun that I would really want for my 9th birthday.
God, yes. Yeah. I bet there is a Flex Strike Nerf gun.
Let me see. Let me do a quick Google search.
Yeah, do a quick Google while I read this. Simultaneous PlayStation Link audio. This is its features, by the way. So it uses the same little USB hub that you plug into your PlayStation 5 with your Pulse, with your Explorer headsets, and and all the little gadgets and gizmos.
No Flex Strike Nerf gun, but just Flex. There's a Flex Nerf gun.
All right.
So
there you go. So yeah, no. So it's cool that all these devices get to link up to one little USB stick, and you can use it for your PC as well. It's great and all. Just give me Bluetooth, but okay. Yeah, it boasts really fast reaction time. So it's like, oh, that's why it's super fast. Whatever.
Yeah.
Ergonomic design. Yeah, we already said that. DualSense controller connectivity. This is a whole bunch of gadgets and gizmos. Adjustable controls. Here's the one that was really mattered. The wireless fight stick includes same game control inputs as the DualSense controller plus a touchpad. There's also customization options. You can switch directional inputs with a built-in lever mode switch, or lock the layout and prevent accidental inputs during a match with a dedicated lock button. That actually sounds pretty cool. It will be at EVO 2025 from August 1st to the 3rd.
This weekend.
That's right. Woo woo. Arc System Works booth for the first look, and included the sling case. Whoa, ladies, look at that.
Honestly, like,
satchel.
Again, I'm not a fighting game person.
Yeah.
I might get this to use with like MLB The Show. I think I could do pretty good.
Really?
With a fight stick in that game.
Huh.
Think of how much control I feel like I would have with moving the reticle around to hit the ball. Okay. I would think I would have more fine-tuned movement with this than with my thumbs on the thumbs.
Okay, I see the vision. I see the vision. Not worth $100 for me, but that's okay. No, hey, excited that you're excited. Maybe it's Marvel Token. Marvel Token really pops off for me, and I just become like, real good. I mean, sure.
You could also just like beat Elden Ring again with the fight stick.
I was thinking that in my head too. Yeah. God bless. Gears of War E-Day and State of Decay 3 are reportedly in development for the PS5. Yeah, again, like gotta go where the money is, man. When you see the numbers out of like Forza Horizon, I mean, you're probably seeing the pre-order numbers of Gears of War, and you're not, scoffing at them. Yeah, apparently this has been going really well for him. So I do assume Xbox, you're gonna have, it's gonna be cross parity between these two. It's all right. I don't care. I get to play these games. Let's go. Hellblade in what? 2 weeks. Let's go.
Oh,
Silk
wow.
Song
Jeez.
will be playable at Gamescom. Of course,
It's not a
this
drill,
means nothing.
everybody. It's not a drill.
Okay, over under Silk Song out in October. What do you think?
I say it's out in September.
Okay, late September, you think?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Hey Kyle, this one really for you and me. Elden Ring Night Rain's duo mode is here. It's arrived. Is this my shot
Why
to get into Elden Ring?
Why does that
Night Rain?
say it's for you and me? I'm the one that has the game.
Right, but I'm like, does this mean I should cop a copy and we should play together?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. Then last but not leastly, the PlayStation Plus monthly games for August are here. Lies of P, DayZ, My Hero, One's Justice 2.
Listen, no shade of DayZ in My Heroes 1 Justice 2. By the way, Genie, you can play Night Rain solo. There's a mode that you can do that. It's incredibly difficult though. Play Lies of P. Now's your shot. It truly is one of the best games in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Very, very easy to get into as a non-Souls player. I think they onboard the player very, very well.
Okay.
And the world is just super, super cool and stylish.
Yeah.
So please, please, please give it a shot.
I might actually check this out. It just sucks to crossplay, but if I got you, bud, that's all I need. Power of friendship.
For what?
For Night Rain.
Oh, I was talking about Lies of P.
Oh, sorry. My dumb brain.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, no, Lies of P. Yeah, I mean, incredible. I don't know where I was in fucking clouds. But yeah, no, Lies of P is legitimately one of the best Souls like just ever made. It's so good. And with the easy mode, it's a great time.
Yeah.
I said this before and I'll say it again. All right. I made a declaration and I got a little flamed in our private chat about it. Okay. Not ours, but one of my buddies. PlayStation Plus is legitimately Essentials. Hands down. It's unmatched. It's really good. When they go, what about Game Pass? Different type of service.
Yeah.
And depending on what insider you ask, bankrupting gaming. So, you know what? For the health of video games and my conscience and knowing lies, Essentials, best thing out there. It's unmatched. What happened to Games of Gold? Dead. Epic Game Store gives you free games, sure, but you got to go on Epic Game Store.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Jeez Louise. Hey, Kyle, you've been playing anything? You're in the lull, right? You're just...
Yeah, the one game that I have been playing outside of MLB The Show, because I'm always playing that. I put more time into Wheel World.
Okay. Part World.
I've done everything that I possibly can in the game, except for a brand new last section of the game that I wasn't aware was about to happen.
Oh,
and let
okay.
me tell you, there's a lot to do.
Ooh.
So I was like, all right, cool. I've done everything I need to do. Awesome. Great. I beat it. No. There's a whole other biome essentially of like harder races and stuff that go along with the story, which is cool. The one issue that I did run into with me playing, because I was playing in longer chunks of time, the performance dipped real bad.
Okay.
Like I'm talking like probably 15 frames a second.
Oh, wow.
It was chugging so bad to the point where I had to just completely close out the game and restart it all over again to just do it fresh, and then another hour and a half would go by, and then it would suddenly hit that same wall. It's like, oof, this is not great. So I'm hoping they get that all patched out. But yeah, I think it's a solid game. It's definitely one of my favorite indies of the year so far.
Nice. Yeah, no, just playing a lot more Death Stranding 2. I'm trying for the plat. I think one of them's bugged though. The emergency worker one. If anybody out there, please message me on socials. How do we get this? I've been repairing every like broken outpost looking thing I can, and nothing's been popping. I'm kind of getting a little worried. I've been putting 120 hours into this.
Are you specifically, because this is a trophy that I know I need to do still.
Okay.
It has to do with any structure that has a yellow hammer.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So, well, it's yellow, but it's like, I don't know. I say so. It's highlighted in yellow, and I go over to it and I fix it, and nothing pops.
Apparently
it's really
it usually pops. They usually pop up after a timefall event.
Okay.
I think is how they pop.
All right. I'm like, maybe I'm repairing an NPC thing, and I just don't know. That was my thing. It's like maybe
you could be. Yeah.
I don't know. Because that's the one thing about the game. The one little bug is sometimes it loads people in weird, and you just get like a loading thing. And I don't know. So maybe that's it. It's a bummer, but I'm nearing the end of it. I think I'm 10 hours away from the plat. Still my game of the year. It's still torn me away from Bonanza. And maybe it's just because I don't have the kill switch case for it yet. But yeah, it's such a good time. That, and let me tell you something, Marvel Rivals Season 2, I've made it to Diamond Rank 3. Legitimately, I am one of the best ILAC players just out there. Kyle, I went, I think, what is it? 36-4 was one of my highlights. So the Gooner skin's paying off. These enemies, they're distracted. They're gooning. Not me. I'm in the zone. My head is not there. It's on the battlefield. You know, Jeff the Shark, you're done. Your days are numbered. You know, you little bastard. All right, Kyle Stevenson, are you holding on to something? Anything at all?
I got a pop socket that I've been playing with.
My Nintendo Switch 2. Prepare the drop. Here are the latest steals and deals coming to the PlayStation storefront.
Yeah, I probably should have had that up and ready to go. So give me a second.
It's okay. So yeah, no. Season 2's been going pretty well. I also I also Lord ranked Emma Frost. So I have 2 Lord characters. Humble brag. Now I'm working on Ultron, which he's pretty busted. He's got like this unibeam that is just hurts from any range. It has like a limited range. It's completely busted.
All right, I'm ready. I can save you.
Let's go.
I can save you. So this is what's coming to PlayStation storefront next week, August 4th through the 8th.
Let's go.
We've got Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba, the Hinokami Chronicles 2 on August 5th. On August 7th, we have Gradius Origins. On August, what's that? Wow, that's next week already.
What's that?
August 8th, Mafia: The Old Country coming to PS5.
Forget about it.
And that's it for what's coming to PlayStation.
Ooh, it's gonna be a slim pickings this month. I'm just waiting for honestly, I'm waiting for Hellblade 2. Can't wait for that. Gears, and then and then like things get insane end of this month.
Yeah,
you got Gears, you got Metal Gear, then you got Shinobi, which looks dope. This week you got Ninja Gaiden, was it
Ragebound?
Ragebound. Yeah.
Put some respect on Sword of the Sea, PlayStation Plus Day 1 title.
Come on,
August 19th. Yeah.
That's right. Hey Kyle, question. Is it Ninja Gaiden or Ninja Gaiden?
Ninja Gaiden.
Okay. Been saying it wrong my whole life.
Listen, I said rooters, so we're good.
All right, fair enough. It's Ryu. He's running around with the pride flag. It's what I'm thinking. It's now that you say it. It makes a whole lot of sense. I've been saying it wrong. It's not as bad as like when I hear people say Mario instead of Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It,
Yeah.
it's
Genie Love
it's
says
it's
it's
not
Gaiden.
it's not like the debate Ubisoft
Right.
kind of thing.
Fair. Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
There you go. That's all I got. Oh, hey Kyle. This is ready for the last segment,
Yeah.
unfortunately, but our favorite segment of the show. It's time for the Sony Pony Express.
Yeehaw!
Yeehaw! Come on.
Tris in Wonderland writes in 2 shows this week. Any significance? We're just having a special show tomorrow at a normal
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
with
And
No
if you're
Small
an
Games
audio
Crew.
listener, if you're an audio listener, you have no idea. It's just a normal show. Come on.
Yeah.
That's,
Hello, Trio. You guys still have or play on your PS1? If not, do you still on your PS2, 3, or 4?
you know what?
I do not.
I don't as well. But first off, mad respect, because I know like my best friend's boyfriend, he's like, oh, I found these like old ass like what's the CRT TVs, and he has like a whole bunch of them in his room, and I'm like, man, you thought, like, he's like, yeah, this one's like from a childhood I've never whatever, and I'm like, never given it. I'm like, man, you thought it through.
That's
brother.
awesome.
So jealous of that. But yeah, CRTVs need to come back in a big way. I don't know where the PS1 is. I don't know if it's been sold or
So
it's somewhere. Yeah.
in my life,
Mhm.
in order to afford the next console, I had to trade in my old ones. That's
Yeah,
just kind
same.
of how I had to do for each ecosystem. So I no longer have them all. At some point in my life, when I am financially stable, I would love to have a PS1 again with like all my favorite PlayStation games, then move on to 2, then move on to 3, so forth, and so on and so forth. Because like those are the gaming ecosystems that molded me.
Yeah.
I was born in the darkness.
I know a job that's hiring right now. It's on Greenhouse. It solves
Oh
all
yeah.
your problem in 3 months. Yeah.
All right, cool.
Literally, like I'm like, how can I fake it for like? Let's be honest, you're not gonna fire me at the 3 month mark. I'm gonna try real hard for the
There's
3
got to be
months.
like a probation period, right?
Right. Yeah, where they're like, hey, listen, here's $50,000 or whatever, something stupid. And
Yeah.
then at the 6 month mark, they're going to be like, all right, this guy, he can't work Excel. He's been giving us the go around about it. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, we don't think he can work Zoom, right? They're like, they're little things like, yeah, so Joe doesn't know how to see what's a CC or what's a forward.
He just goes
Yeah.
around asking everyone over under, but not
Yeah.
doing it the right way.
Yeah, it's like, what's the over under on like
It's
the
like over
TPS
under. What
reports?
should I have for breakfast? Like Joe, that makes no sense.
Yeah, it's just come on. Keeps on hitting on the HR. Get me out of here. Keep asking if they want to go to Coldplay. Do you see the CEO? They want to sue Coldplay because
Do
he
they
got caught
really?
cheating. Yeah,
Oh,
he's
go fuck off.
he's like my life is ruined, my work life is ruined, my family life is ruined, my kids hate me. I'm gonna sue Coldplay because I cheated on my wife.
I don't know. Maybe
Cole.
not do those things.
Yeah, maybe be faithful. And then apparently,
You're just upset that you got caught.
right. And then apparently he was also like hiring like some like OnlyFans model as well. It's like, listen, whatever. It's
Yeah,
sex
sure.
work, real work, all that jazz.
Absolutely.
But like,
Yeah.
come on. You got a wife and kids. Let's relax.
People with money, they don't.
They just
I
try
don't
to
know.
find the insatiable need to fix the void that's in their chest,
Sure, and
What
they
do
can
you
fix that void by just giving me money.
exactly,
That'd
like
be
I don't know,
fantastic.
246,000 to 369,000 or somewhere in that ballpark it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, can I be sued if I lie about a resume? They hired me, they're stupid, Thank
I'm just here for the severance package.
exactly. Dude, I would rent the best suit as well. I'll show up in a tux or something. Step Brother style.
You in my mind, all right, we're going on a tangent before we get to the last question. In my mind, Joe, I can see you like take out a loan, go get a custom suit.
Yeah.
TZ, that's good. Joe got the over for how many stream seats start tonight. That's great. You'd go get a custom suit and you'd get it lined with the PlayStation symbols or the pinstripes, right? You go all out with a custom suit. You go to the interview and you crush it, does it, or you bomb it, doesn't matter. The moment you get up, you look at the person interviewing you and you go, all right, who do I expense for the suit? Like, do like, I don't have this money because you're not gonna hire me. So like, who's gonna?
I
pay
also
for
ate in it. What?
It's your problem now. You told me to dress for the job that I wanted.
Exactly.
I did.
Here
That's
I am.
on you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Next question, Kyle Stevenson.
Katie writes in for the final question of the part 1 of the show. Are we having questions on the second show we're recording tomorrow?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Forget I said anything. Katie writes in. No, evening trophy room trio. Hope the week is treating you well. So I finished Banishers. Congratulations. What an underrated gem of a game. Highly recommend to everyone who loves their story-rich games. There are multiple endings and no spoilers, of course, but I got the bad ending. Probably the first time I've not got the ending I wanted or was comfortable with. Pretty deflating feeling. So my question is, have you ever received the bad ending in a game?
Yes, Bloodborne the first time around, but I didn't know it was the bad ending. And all endings in that game feel pretty rewarding. But ever since I check, like if it's a From game, I know there's going to be multiple endings, so I'll use a guide. Real talk, use a guide. Come on, I'm gonna be pushing 40 one day. You know what I'm saying? I got time for this. So like, yeah, I'll use a guide, find all 3 umbilical cords, and then scum save it. All right, save scum it, whatever, and then get all the endings that way. But if I know there's a bad ending, here's my thought for you, Kyle. I hate bad endings, and I don't think they should exist. I want multiple endings, but I don't want something to be labeled a bad ending. Like Chronos, the game coming out by Bloober Team, they're like, hey, this game has multiple endings, but by no means is any of them quote unquote bad. That actually had me sold on the game. I was like, okay, I might check this out now.
That's fair. There are a couple times where I didn't outright get one I did get what is considered the bad ending.
Yeah.
And another time when I saw both endings because I wanted to see what it was, and the way to do it was quick enough. It's like, oh, let me see it. One was Silent Hill 2, the remake. I got the bad ending, what is what I think is canonically the bad ending.
Mm-hmm.
And that ending is so messed up that I'm like, I kind of sort of love this ending. I don't want any other ending in this game. God, if you know, you know. I'm talking about the coughing ending with I forgot her name. Whew, it's brutal, but I kind of dig it for that game. The other one is Dredge, one of my favorite indie games. I got the good ending. I was like, huh, this sucks. Let me see what the bad ending is. And I much prefer the bad ending to Dredge than the good one. It's just weird how that kind of played out on those, because I'm typically like, I want the good ending. I want all the characters to live happily ever after. But for those two, narratively, I think those endings work.
It's funny you say that, because for me, Mass Effect 2, I could have got the 1,000 achievement because I played that on Xbox, right? But I didn't, because one of my, you guys know, there's a choice in there. Some of your guys can die, all your guys can die, or none of them die, and it's a trophy, right? That's no spoilers.
I mean,
anyway,
Dragon Age Veilguard is similar in that,
right? It's a classic trope in
absolutely.
Ubisoft, Jesus, BioWare titles. So like, there was a few that didn't make it because I didn't complete this one side mission that was a little obscure. I didn't know I had to complete it. but a few folks died, and I think it was more impactful that some folks didn't make it. And so I kept that ending and I pushed through to the third game with that save, because I'm like, that's actually canonical. Like, to me, I'm like, that feels like there was stakes, and there's something about me that I'm a chump for, where it's like, yeah, sometimes the good guy just dies. Like sometimes the good people don't make it, and it's tragic, and that's what makes it hit harder. So
I
yeah,
mean, that's kind of what happened with my Baldur's Gate 3 ending.
right,
Most
yeah,
of my characters had what I consider a good ending. There is one character who I absolutely love.
yep,
I had to make a choice to save their life, and it changed them
yeah.
completely. And like it made sense for the story, but who's to
Oh,
say
jeez.
it's a good or bad for that character? Like,
Okay, real talk. Spoiler alert for the next week's show, y'all, because I'm gonna open up. We do the top 10 indie games of PlayStation 5. I'm gonna ask the group. We're gonna vote on it. Do we count games like Baldur's Gate 3 as an indie game because it's an independent? Ooh, something squeaking on your end. It's an independent.
someone's with
I got
the
you.
water spout is right there outside.
Okay, so the kids are having a good time.
Yeah.
So worth it. So is Baldur's Gate technically an indie game because it's an indie studio, or because it's working with a license and technically major backing from a publisher? Does it count? Type of deal, or whatever. I can't wait. This is for Kate and Emily to decide for us. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
That said, gang, that's been it. That's been the special episode of the Trophy Room. Thank you all so much for tuning in. If you were watching this live, this was a day early, and thank you all so much for showing out the way you did, even with me messing up so bad. Audio listeners, guys, I messed up. I had to restart the stream like 3 times. I'm so bad at this. And this website's like, we're idiot proof. I'm like, meet the idiot though. So thank you all so much for tuning in on the YouTube side. Thank you so much for tuning in on the podcast side. We couldn't do this without your support. Please, if you like this episode, please consider rating us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. It really does help us out. If you really, 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 really like us and you want to throw a buck our way, it really is appreciative. Again, T's having computer problems. I'm starting to have computer problems. Kyle's been having computer problems. It really does mean a lot, even if it's just a buck our way over at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. Get your access to literally hundreds of bonus shows and content there at patreon.com/PS Trophy Room. With all that said, with all that out of the way, Kyle Stevenson, anything you'd like to spotlight before we get on out of here?
Love y'all. Be kind to one another. Tell everyone you love them.
Yeah.
Follow me for all the indie game goodness over at 61 Indie. And yes, Jeannie, I agree. Sad that Light was not here, but she'll be here in tomorrow's episode or next week's episode. Sure. Time's weird. What Light will be back soon.
It's Light will be back. It's like the MCU.
Yeah, exactly.
In next episode.
Light will return.
All right, everybody. With all that said, with all that out of the way, everybody keep your wits about you, keep hunting, and keep playing PlayStation. See you guys.
Bye-bye.